I want to ask you guys a question, which is, I've never liked wearing a baseball cap. Okay?
Yeah, me either.
I don't like baseball caps. I don't think they fit my face or my head. When I put a baseball cap on, it makes my face look swollen and fat. It accentuates the sort of cherubic nature or bloated nature of an Irish fellow's head. So I don't like it. I don't like a baseball cap. And so, what I discovered a long time ago was that whenever I do a bit for the show or a sketch, did you just look at your watch? You just looked at your watch. David Hopping just looked at his watch in the middle of me talking.
I got it buzzed. And
it didn't buzz. I'm here.
I was making sure that it was silent so that it wouldn't interrupt you.
That's the most rudest thing. I just said that's the most rudest thing. That is the rudest thing.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of creating my art. I'm Jackson Pollock. I've got 2 tubes of paint and a brush, and I'm splattering it all over the place. It's going to be in MoMA. And then
You're right about that. This podcast is the equivalent of a Jackson Pollock painting.
Well, it depends on how you feel about Jackson Pollock.
I'm just saying the audio is equivalent to the visual.
Okay, my point is that I'm a beloved American treasure. I like to say treasure. Treasure. Sometimes I like to mispronounce a word on purpose to give the podcast a little more life. I think I'm a treasure, an American treasure, and I think that when I'm making my magic, and you look at your watch. Listen, I give Sona a hard time all the time. I've never seen her look at my watch when I'm making my mind magic.
I just want to say, I felt it start to vibrate, so I was afraid I was getting a call and was going to silence it just in case.
Why don't you take it off from now on? Okay? Why don't you put it in I'm going to have a lead box made.
Look, I'm taking it off right now.
Okay. Can you throw it outside? You open the door and throw it outside on the floor?
Do I have to?
Please.
David, you should know that we do offer exit therapy on all of these sessions where anyone who's a guest or a sidekick gets to go into complimentary therapy. It's from Human Resources.
Please, back to...
I want to hear about the baseball caps.
Yeah. Yes. Back to what I call my word magic. I don't like a baseball cap. I don't think it looks good on me, and it frustrates me that became de rigueur clothing for everybody. Every man has to have a baseball cap. Yeah. And everywhere I go, I see guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s wearing a baseball cap, and I think it looks stupid. Now, I've done a lot of sketches in my day, being a comedy veteran, and occasionally I would have to wear a cowboy hat, and I would realize I look fucking good in a cowboy hat. I really think I do. And I know you're thinking, oh, no, he doesn't. I do. I look good in a cowboy hat. So today... I noticed from years ago, I did a remote in Texas, and someone gave me a really cool cowboy hat, and I put it on, and I like it. But I think people think I'm doing a bit when I'm wearing the cowboy hat, but I just like the way it works. So my question for you, David, and also for you, Matt, is can I pull off a cowboy hat? Now, I'm trying to put it on.
Pull off the headphones
Here's
first.
the problem. I just put it on. I forgot I was wearing headphones, and I put it on top of my headphones. Look at that. That's the stupidest thing. I just put it on top of my headphones.
That is the least cowboy thing that has ever happened.
I also love that I built up to a big, but I'm going to put this on, and you're going to see, and here we go. Clunk headphones.
I don't even want to see it the proper way.
You don't? Oh, come on. Hold on.
I do agree that you can pull that off better than a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Be honest. What do you think? And Matt, I want you to be honest. What do you think?
I think it looks good, but I think you got to cock it back on your head a little bit. It was a little like, ranch hand when you want to be kind of roguish, plain.
So you want it to be, but if I put it back too far, it looks like I'm doing a bit.
No,
you know
I don't think so. I don't think you need to go that far, but just a little bit because...
I'm putting my headphones on so that...
Yeah. It takes a little confidence to cock it back a little bit, that you're at ease like a cowboy. Yeah, that's nice. You got a little bit of lock of your bangs coming out.
I'm getting a no from some people on this.
It only comes down that far when you're sleeping, when you kind of put it over your eyes to catch 40 winks.
All right.
I like the thought that he never takes it off.
I don't trust that you have my best interest at heart, Matt.
I don't.
You want me to wear it and look like a fool.
I think you should keep the headphones on when you wear it.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to start wearing headphones even out in the world. Headphones that have a long cord that aren't attached to anything. Gets the word out on the podcast. And then I put this on top of it, and it sits on top of my head.
The listener should know that the bar that goes over the headphones is super thick, so this cowboy hat is resting inches above the top of his head.
It is a Western yarmulke right now. It is just it's perched at the very top.
And you have to keep super still so it doesn't fall off like you're wearing a neck brace.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk around and have this thing on the top of my head. And, I know it's a visual joke, but I'm sure we'll get this out on the internet. You'll see. You can go on the sites and the clicks and the clacks and Yoo-hoo and Yahoo and Hulu, and you'll find it. By the way, do I know the business or do I know the business?
Do you really know it?
But this is my new look.
You even move different.
Why?
Yeah, because
you're afraid it's going to fall off?
Yeah, it is basically just resting on top of 3 inches of thick rubber. I don't know why we're using the headphones that people used, in Korea to communicate with the battlefield. But I do want to, if you see me out in the world, and I'm hard to miss, but if you see someone that looks like Jane Lynch wearing a big cowboy hat, that's me.